Strange podcast, starring the ejectable Josh Davidson, the even more ejectable Caspar Hyde, and the equally ejectable Max Brady. We would like to make up your own intro, you bastard.
Welcome to another podcast. I'm sure you know us if you watched this far. So, we're just gonna start.
Yeah, it's good.
If you've heard about Axe Cop, it's a webcomic made by a comic book artist. Need to know his name. It is made by Malachi Nicole and Ethan Nicole. It's a weird last name. But it's a 29-year-old cartoonist who asked his 5-year-old brother to come up with a story. And that was the creation of Axe Cop. And it's, if you haven't read it already, I highly recommend it. It's really funny. But apparently it's being animated now. And so that's going to be quite interesting, seeing an animated version of Axe Cop. Especially since the guy that's the voice of Axe Cop is none other than Nick Offerman, which is also Ron Swanson on Parks and Recreation. And I don't think they could have chosen anyone better for the role of Axe Cop.
Axe Cop being known for men riding Tyrannosaurus Rexes with miniguns for arms, killing aliens. It's possibly the coolest thing ever. So seeing that animated would be awesome.
It would be quite fun. I'm afraid that's all the news I have, though, because it's not very much happening in the comics world at the moment.
Well, we'll give you some samples of his work.
Yeah, it's something. So, moving on.
I'll pick off then. As you've probably gathered from previous podcasts, I'm a fan of Borderlands, and it seems like me and Casper just got the season pass for Borderlands 2, and we've just been playing Captain Scarlet's new thingy-majiggy. Which so far, what?
It's good.
That's what he said. It's so shit. I was like, what?
Wasn't anything important I said there.
But yeah, so far so good. Really enjoying it. The character's really good in it. But
great.
In terms of news, Borderlands is traditionally kind of crap for keeping things to themselves. They've accidentally released trophies for a new DLC known as Mr. Torg's Campaign of Carnage. Torg is the weapon manufacturer in Borderlands. Best way to describe Torg is Miracle.
Yeah, Miracle.
Just like
explosions in capital letters.
It's just the ones that make big explosions.
Yeah, they're just. They're awesome. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good brand.
And a guy called Mr. Torg, and what was it called?
Campaign of Carnage.
Of Carnage.
There's rumours that there'll be a new vehicle as well.
Eventful, I think. What?
There's rumours there'll be a new vehicle,
awesome.
Which I could only assume would be a tank.
In the
Yeah, the new one's got like sand skin.
No. In the what was the downloadable content for the last one?
They had it was the Lancer vehicle, and that was what was it called? T-Bone Junction. General Knox's Secret Armory, which was really good. Really, really big map, but really good. So there's very well, but yeah, they did this sand skiff, which kind of like those hover things in Star Wars.
Quite fun.
They're quite fun. Yeah, you can go boost sideways. It doesn't make any sense, but it's cool. But yeah, the leak came the same way the first one was actually leaked. They found it the same way, so the source is incredibly credible.
Incredibly credible.
Coined. And there are also talks that with the season pass there might actually be way more DLC than the original one had. The original Borderlands had 4 DLCs. There's talks that there might be so much more because they've thought about it a lot, and also they're churning them out so quickly that it's like games like this, they get so inventive and they get so crazy about it, they just keep chunking it out, which is really good. I really
love
like
it.
that.
It's not good though, it really takes up a lot of our time.
Yeah, exactly. But the way that Borderlands ended, it's completely left it for a third one, but there's people being like, I'm looking forward to it, but they're not going to do it until they've exhausted the DLC. Interestingly enough, going back to it with the Torg one, the whole DLC in the first one that was based around the Jacobs manufacturer, which is the one that's known for headshots being particularly powerful, was a zombie one. So I'm interested to see how.
I didn't like the zombie one.
Did you not? Oh, it was
Yeah.
my favourite one. That was. I
thought it was cliche. It's like I think Yahtzee said all game companies now must get a tax break if they include zombie DLC.
Yeah, that does make sense.
It's okay because when they did it, it was kind of
It was.
still okay.
Mm.
It wasn't a horse yet that was beaten.
Yeah,
But it wasn't just zombies.
It was
there was
closing in
werewolves
on it,
and all
but,
sorts of other stuff, and it was just, the story was about Dr. Zed bringing people back to life and stuff.
that's why I wasn't a particularly big fan of the idea of the pirate DLC, even though I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
It's just seemed not to fit within the Borderlands world quite like the zombie one did. It's like the first one, they had that great DLC that they had, and then they thought, oh, let's bolt on a zombie expansion pack, and with this one, let's bolt on a pirate expansion pack.
I disagree with that one because I think it fits really well into the Borderlands universe, especially since it
I'm sure
all
they've done
takes
it.
place in a dried out ocean. Kind of.
Yeah.
Because you have the whole
Yeah.
bandit thingy in Borderlands,
Yeah.
so adding pirates isn't that much of a stretch. Really.
It's not.
It's a different part of Pandora.
It's a cliche theme, but Borderlands manages to put a twist on it that makes it good, and just put it simply.
Well, I do agree with the zombies, definitely.
Yeah,
I agree.
The pirate DLC,
I agree, but that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Although you didn't like it because I was too high level when we went in, you kept getting
Yeah,
killed by all of the zombies.
Murder, massive.
Which is quite fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. Again, Borderlands 2. Also, Gage. I talked about Gage coming out in the last one. Got to play her. She's the most fun character in the entire game, I think. She's absolute.
All the ones you played.
Yeah, well, yeah. I've got sort of dabbled with Shed, whatever, but it's no, she's good fun. She's just absolutely mental, the stuff, and she's just anarchy. Yeah, anarchy. Mental. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of anarchy, not.
What I've got for us is that Cloud Atlas, the new movie that's come out, which is based on a really great book by David Mitchell, not the comedian David Mitchell, there's about 9 different David Mitchells in pop culture. Has been, according to the MTV Movies blog, it's been swept away by that Ben Affleck thing called Argo at the box office. Right. I have no idea what Argo even is.
It's apparently a pretty good, really good film. But you know, Ben Affleck is stood out as a fairly good director.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a terrible actor, but...
It's actually out, is it?
In America, it's out, yeah.
Oh, really? I thought it was like, it'd just been announced. That
No.
Oh, Christ, that was quick.
All done by the Wachowskis. There's 3 directors on. I can't fucking count. There's 3 directors on the Cloud Atlas movie. 2 of whom are the Wachowski brothers of Matrix fame, and I love the first Matrix. I didn't even mind the sequels as much as I feel I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
But they are wrong, completely wrong. They seem to me for Cloud Atlas. That's just entirely my opinion, and apparently it's done pretty well, critics-wise, if not at the box office. But it was kind of
directors kind of different styles.
Yeah, when I first read about this in it was on Yahoo News a couple of months ago. What I read was Cloud Atlas movie. Oh yes, sweet, with Tom Hanks. Yes, and Hugh Grant. Awesome. Directed by the Wachowski brothers. No, ow. The Wachowski brothers just don't seem right for the material. I'm probably completely wrong. I'm sure they're great, but
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Give them the
never
benefit,
be too sure. I mean, directors can really do different stuff.
mind you, Cloud
A good
Atlas.
example is Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
You've seen his movies before Lord of the Rings. It's
But Cloud Atlas has come under fire for casting actors as characters of races other than their own. So yellow face makeup apparently. I'm sure that's an exaggeration.
But still, why Why would they come under fire for that? Because the whole point is that they're the same actors through different
storylines.
Yeah, it couldn't be helped, really.
I don't know. I'm kind of reserving judgment on it until I've seen it, at least in that aspect. But I don't know. Maybe I'm predisposed to hate it. Maybe not. I can only.
It looks pretty cool, though.
It looks alright. It looks pretty good. Two of the debuts, Fun Size and Chasing Mavericks, fell completely fast. Have you heard of either of those?
No.
Nope.
Completely.
Chasing Mavericks.
A Gerard Butler surfing movie, apparently.
Oh, Gerard. No.
He's done some good stuff, and then
it's really
shit.
I have nothing more to say.
Well,
Okay, well, if you've got nothing more to say,
Hotel Transylvania is still doing well.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
I still get to see that.
But this
Right,
week,
well, we need to see
for our main topic, it's not so oniony this time. Well, it might smell it, but it's positive, which is a rare thing. I at least think it's positive, unless they start getting a bit
Sweden
greedy.
is doing quite well with they're taking trash and they use it for renewable energy, and it's actually going so well that they've used up all their own trash. They don't have enough trash themselves, so they have started taking in from other countries.
I can see America just like, you can have ours!
Yeah, Norway's now paying Sweden to take its garbage.
Really?
Yeah, well, Norway, they have the soil and the money. So. Sweden, come over here. Sell you some garbage.
Yeah. How much you charging per kilo?
Yeah.
Well, this one we got some diapers, we got some used. Oh, I'm not even going to go there. But still, how does it say how they're using it for renewable energy? Are they burning it and using?
Presumably burning it wouldn't be particularly renewable.
No, it wouldn't. But I mean, like, it says not
Our
renewable.
our resident scientist and geography expert has just screamed, "It's not renewable!" like a lonely cry down the corridor of a mental asylum. But we trust his judgment, and we've been told it's not renewable.
What's that?
But so presumably that's not how they're doing it, by burning it.
So what they're doing? Stewing it?
Oh, it doesn't really say actually.
Oh, okay, that's the secret then.
Yeah.
Making it into nuclear energy.
It does
Flying it off into space
converting
and
waste to
trebuchet.
renewable energy.
Converting waste to renewable energy.
Okay.
Using it to build a big Death Star.
I always thought.
I'm not sure how that would be classed as renewable energy, but that's what I'd do with it.
Well, it's not necessarily renewable. It's more like they're taking it from one place and just making it into useful stuff in another.
That's no moon. It's a massive ball of human waste and garbage.
Wait, I checked that out last
Send
month.
it into the sun.
Yeah. I always thought that they would try and jettison it out into space.
They've already tried. They've already done a couple of those.
They just come back down again.
Well, it's basically just floating around in orbit now. And we can spend the next 1,000 or so years being pelted by bits of rubbish that were too big to burn up in the atmosphere. Congratulations, humanity! You've gone beyond. You've excelled yourself by not only covering the planet in waste, but now we're getting pelted with our own waste from space. That is.
Like it's trying to attack us.
Pardon me while I clap sarcastically for the rest of time.
Speaking of waste coming back down, I've always laughed at the idea of in planes when you flush one out, it turns frozen and hits people.
That's not true. That's an urban myth.
Is it? I've heard there's.
What did you say?
That doesn't happen. It's not jettisoned out the plane.
They don't.
No,
They
but
don't drop it off the plane.
it makes me
But
feel happy to.
It's not just a hole.
has been a
It's not just a
case.
hole.
It has been a case of piss
Yeah,
like
turns into
leaking
sickle.
from a flea, from a plane. I mean, and it's frozen and actually impaled a woman. There's a picture of it.
It's bad, but it's kind of funny.
I'm just glancing at Casper's computer screen.
Yeah,
He's reading
right.
that Sweden and
See
Norway
what they
trash experiment. I'm reading. There's an advert on it called asbestos disposal. How do you burn that? It's a special. How do you burn that to turn into renewable
Well,
energy?
there's different ways to dispose of things.
Do you think any other
But
countries
it's
will
very
start...
human to try and burn something.
Yeah. Do you think any other countries will start coming onto this? Because it seems like a good initiative, because it's killing two birds with one stone, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's a good move.
It's
I don't know how the
not
hell
just
they do it.
Norway, they get it from other people.
But I mean, we'd probably start, you know, actually getting somewhere. Sort of people like, you know, USA and England started doing stuff like that. I mean,
Right, so it says there that's either recycled or composted. That's what they're doing.
oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay.
Some burning, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, some stuff is being burned.
if it was America, it would all be burned.
Yeah, or sent out from the ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They have their own garbage island.
yeah, they do. Cool. It's nuts.
Ryanair landed on it by mistake a couple of times. They landed their aircraft in and mistaking it for New York. It's true.
Sat nav system messed up. That's how they find the planes. Turn left at the next. Okay, it did slip back into onion line.
Yeah.
It will eventually. It hasn't yet, but it will.
Yeah. We'll see it go wrong somehow. I'm
It
sure.
will go somehow.
We'll keep you posted on
We
the.
will.
But
I'll try.
I think that'll be enough from us today.
Yeah, that's all we have for now.
16 minutes. That's pretty much.
Standard.
That's pretty much standard.
If you're enjoying the length of these, you actually sat watching it and are moderately entertained, then please validate that.
Thank you.
And tell us what else we can do to make it more entertaining. There are some things that we won't do, obviously, but
As usual, site link is down there. Throw us a like or a subscribe, and visit the actual website weekly. We've got some new articles coming out now, some new articles coming soon.
And don't forget, we are actually a webcomic as well. We do have funny stuff online.
Yeah.
We do.
Have a look at it.
Have a look
Feel
at
free
it.
to share
it, distribute it.
But give credit where credit's due.
Or else. We'll send Max on.
Yeah. You don't want Max after you.
No, you don't.
Max Magica.
Alright.
All right, so I
That's
think
it.
that's one of our that's one of our particularly spectacular sign-offs. So we will see you guys next week. Assuming you really bother to tune in.